It's a very good question. Well, this is a question that have made lots of scientists do articles. There have been written many doctor degrees and master's degrees and several themes on the subject of risk management and risk. It's super interesting, and this is not only part of the risk sports world. It's also part of any given job, like risk taking. That's part of what kind of stocks do you buy. What kind of risk do you take with your patient as a surgeon? What kind of risk do you take as a climber on K2 or with your clients as a guide or as a base jumper? This is a super complicated and very interesting question. It has to do with the behavior of humans. I think that in general, most people are safety seeking. They try to look for less and less uncertainty in life. And they feel comfort and calmness by having a safe life, whether it is to have a safe job that is going to last forever, or a good insurance, they have a nice house with low mortgage, things like that. And then you have this small part of the community, probably 10%, 5%, that are quite risk willing. And they're not better or worse than the safety-seeking people, but in a society, democracy like the States or most of the countries in Europe, the democracy kind of rules, and risk-willing people are critically looking upon them. They are taking too much risk in the terms of how you look at how a society is going to be built. And base jumpers like me, we are the worst of the worst. We are taking way too much risk. And I don't think we're misunderstood. I just think that people in general think that we should take less risk. They find our sport irrational. Like, why do we take this risk? Why do we go out there and jump off a mountain? Why don't we just play golf or pool or go to the pool with our kids? Like, why on earth do we have to jump off that mountain? And, well, what is the answer to it? I think that there is a reason why we have risk-willing people among humans. We are there for a reason. And I don't have a clear answer for why we're there, like why 5-10% of humans are born extremely or quite risk-willing. But I think it is part of evolution. You need risk-willing people to make humans take on new steps forward, changing, new paradigms. And of course, I understand that base jumping is completely pointless in this terms of, like, when you elevate the whole discussion up to about being about humans. But I think we're just this tiny portion of a bigger picture. People that are willing to step out of the box and look to new paths. The earth was flat and then it became round. We thought we were the only ones in the universe, and we were not. We thought it was impossible to fly, and it wasn't. Like the Wright brothers did it. They flew, and all of a sudden it was one of the most important businesses we had. Darwin was criticized at his time, but he is now regarded one of the most important people in history. Now, I'm not putting base jumpers in that group for sure. Like, we have a far less impact on the evolution of humans. But I think the behavior of base jumpers are the same as for the ones that are able to dare to ask the bold questions, to take the new steps. Now, we may be the kind of freak direction of it all, but don't blame us. We're just humans, and at least we're having a bunch of fun.